I owe a little over $26,000 on my solar panels, and I've had a lot of people ask me about them, so let's talk about it.
For the love of God, stop putting solar panels on your house unless you're paying cash. I cannot physically handle it anymore.
Y'all, solar panels are a scam. Please don't fall into this trap.
People everywhere think solar panels will lower their electric bills, but is it worth going tens of thousands of dollars in debt? If you're not careful, you can end up with payments that could completely blow your budget, just like the people we'll see today. Solar panel debt can impact you while you're alive, but what happens when you're gone? Let's see.
So I could use some advice from TikTok right now. We took over my dad's house when he passed away, and before he passed away, he was conned into one of the solar panel scams, in my opinion. So now we took over his house, but we have these solar panels on the house here, and I don't know how to get rid of them, because if I stop making the payment, I don't know what will happen. And if I were to stop making the payment and they were to come get them off of the roof, like, I would need a brand new roof because of all the holes they put in there. I've checked our electricity bill, and in my opinion, it's definitely a scam. We save less than $20 a month with these $80,000 solar panels that cost $330 a month extra additional to our electric bill. And I'm just wondering if there's anyone else out there that has some advice and has dealt with this, because I've looked into lawyers that deal with the solar panel stuff, and a lot of those are scams as well. So I don't know if you guys have any recommendations, if you've dealt with this, if you know where I should even start on these solar panels to get rid of them, because there's still $80,000 owed on them.
If you have any elders in your family who are homeowners, please make sure you stay in touch with them and warn them about salespeople calling or showing up at their door. Odds are there's nothing they need to finance at this stage in their life. In this situation, I wouldn't recommend stopping payments on the loan because it can make things a lot worse. It's honestly heartbreaking. They're saving just $20 a month on electricity, but now they're locked into a $330 monthly solar payment. How does that make any sense? Most likely, the salesperson exaggerated the savings just to close a deal. They owe $80,000 on the solar panel, and if there's any equity in the house, I would seriously consider selling it and paying everything off. That might be the easiest way out of this problem. But what do you think she should do? Let me know. A lot of people talk about solar tax credits, but what happens when those credits run out and the payments are still coming?
I owe a little over $26,000 on my solar panels, and I've had a lot of people ask me about them, so let's talk about it. My ex-husband and I moved into this house back in 2020, and it was a new build neighborhood, and so we had a ton of salespeople coming around trying to sell things to us. The ceilings in this house are really, really high, and so on average, our electric bill was $200 plus a month. And I live in Idaho. I don't know if that helps with the cost of power or anything, but we basically have one power company that services everyone around here, and so they can charge whatever they want. Back in 2020, the government was trying to do this whole push to get everyone on solar panels, and so they were offering like 25% of the cost of your solar panels, they would refund you in taxes over the next couple of years. So ultimately, the cost of the solar panels would have been like $21,000, something like that. It's been a while since all of this went down. Unfortunately, things happened with my marriage, and the money from the government that came through on that first year of taxes, which was like $5,000 or $6,000, was used for other things that were not in my control. There's a reason why I got divorced.
$26,000 in debt on top of a mortgage. It's hard for me to understand why someone will put themselves in that position, but I guess everyone's situation is different. My question is, once the tax credit is used up, what's the long-term benefit if you're still stuck repaying the solar loan? Do you think it's worth going into that kind of debt just to get a tax refund? Let me know. Some people believe all of their problems go away once they no longer have an electric bill, but that's not always the case.
I will say though, the solar panels on my house do cover all of my electricity every single month. We just pay like an $8 connection fee or something like that each month. And the solar panels cover that too. Did the math, and if we stay here for 11 or 12 years, the solar panels will end up paying for themselves. So if I was paying $200 a month over the course of 11 years, that would be the cost of the solar panels. We've been here for 5. I'm thinking we're probably going to stay here, and so they'll save us money in the long run. But right now, it is kind of frustrating that I have to pay so much on solar panels. The solar panels were originally financed over the course of the home loan for 25 years, but my goal is to just get rid of any kind of payment way sooner than that. Which is why I kind of lumped them in with my debt payoff stuff. So my car, my student loans, and my solar panels are my main focus right now.
So she's paying several $100s a month to pay off solar panels, even though she doesn't have an actual electric bill anymore. There's still money going out the door every month, and it seems like the real benefit doesn't show up until the panels are completely paid off. I understand her frustration, and hopefully she doesn't have to sell the home during that time frame where she's paying it off. And if she does have to end up selling, it's going to make the sale harder if there's still solar debt. So if you're considering solar, think carefully about whether you want to finance the panels or pay it in cash. Ultimately, the choice is yours. You just have to make sure it's the right choice for your situation. The next clip shows a harsh reality that no one talks about when it comes to free solar.
I'm here to talk about a company called Sanuso Solar Companies and Greenleaf Lending Company. They came into my elderly in-laws' homes, which they do all over DFW, and came to promote a free solar company provided by the government for assistance for elderly people. They said you don't have to pay, it's all free, it's government financed. Then the representative has you sign a contract. So the contract wasn't even signed by my in-laws. It was on an iPad. It wasn't even signed by them. Guess who signed it? The representative. The lawyer saw the contract timestamps, and from the moment that the whole contract was signed to the moment it was closed, less than 1 minute. So she signed it for them. My in-laws were home alone, and if you have a parent, just in general, you understand that they do not understand that stuff. Like, it's so easy for someone to come into their home and for them to be trustworthy, especially if it's another Hispanic person coming in to talk to you. Currently, our in-laws are being forced to pay $41,000 for 40 solar panels that they cannot use. Because in the city of Garland, the law says that you can only have 15 solar panels. And they installed 40. Like, they don't even know the city laws, and they've sold them 40 that we can't even use.
If anyone comes to your door and tells you they've got something free to give you, you should be immediately skeptical. Tell me how you deal with these kind of situations. Because let's be real, nothing in life is really free. Also, just because somebody looks like you or has something in common with you doesn't automatically make their offer more trustworthy. Scams don't discriminate against anyone. In this case, they sold her elderly in-laws 40 solar panels, even though they were only allowed to have 15. That alone tells you they did not care what made sense for the actual customer. They just wanted the biggest sale and the biggest commission that they could get. If you thought that was bad, just wait. The story gets worse.
If they don't pay, they are at risk at losing their home because they're going to get a lien. And then the contract says that they get the lien, they get the house, and then they sell the house to get paid. And then this is not the first time that this happened. They're doing it all over DFW. If you go look at the reviews, it's happening all over DFW. We've tried everything to get out of the contract, out of the loan, out of everything. We even hired one of the best lawyers in Dallas who has like gotten angry with us because she's like, there's no way out. These people have their butts covered for everything. We can, however, is tag every news station on here so we can get on the news and get these people out of business. Like, this is so wrong in so many levels. My in-laws, it's sad to say, but they're in their last years of their life and they're having to deal with debt that they were literally scammed into getting. All we need from you guys is to share this post, share it. Somebody out there is probably in the middle of signing a freaking contract with them and getting scammed. This place needs to be shut down. We need to get on the news station. We need to bring awareness because this is not right. And even the lawyer said this is like a true scam. This is what they do. This is how they make their money, is by basically scamming you into getting stuff that you don't need. In my in-laws case, 40 solar panels when they can only use 15 legally in the state, in the city of Garland.
I respect her for bringing attention to this issue. It's not easy to speak up about something like this. The salesperson who conned her in-laws should be ashamed. No one deserves to be manipulated in that way. If you're ever unsure about a major financial decision, always get a second opinion. Pay a lawyer a few $100 if you need help understanding what you're signing. It's worth it to avoid a lifelong financial mistake. $41,000 in debt late in life is a terrible situation to be in, and it just breaks my heart to hear this story. So if you need a reminder to call the elders in your life, not just to check in, but to warn them about the sales tactics and offers they don't need, this is it. Take a moment to call them today. So if you were her, what would you do? How would you help your in-laws in this situation? Some home buyers don't find out about solar panel debt until the closing table. And by then, they may feel like their options are limited. But first, I need you to hit that like and subscribe button. If you want to get better at real estate investing, you gotta follow this channel.
The thing that I liked about the house most was that it had solar panels. I had heard so many good things about solar panels, about getting credits and your light bill being low, and sometimes I'm having to pay you because whatever. I was just hearing good things about the solar panels. So I was like, okay, so that's a plus with this house. So we get a week away from closing, and my realtor says, you know, basically, you have to assume the loan on the panels, the solar panels, to be able to close on this house. So I'm like, okay. Mind you, at this time, like, I had already sold my house. My house is sold, and I'm staying with my mom until I close on my house. I was like, you know, it's only going to be like a week of me having to be with her until I move into my new house. So, mind you, I am like feeling like I'm kind of desperate right now. And so I'm like, okay, so whatever we got to do to get into the house. So I go through with the process of applying for the solar panel loan, and I got denied. So I'm kind of like, what? Like, how I just get denied? I just got approved for a house that's almost $400,000. I had just bought a car prior to that, fresh off the lot, 0 mileage. Like, my credit was good, so why did I get denied? I was like, you know what, whatever. What do I need to do now? So basically, they said that I had to pay the solar panels off just to be able to close on the house, period. So I'm like, I'm not finna pay everything. Like, the seller's gonna have to pay something. Technically, this is your loan right now, and they got the panels put on the house. Like, it didn't come with the house. They got to put on the house, and they already knew that they had you know, this loan with the solar panels. So you're gonna pay something. We ended up negotiating something. They paid something on it. I don't know how much. I don't know if it was half. I can't remember what it was. But I do know that by the time they finished paying what they paid, I had to pay $25,000 cash money. Like, not in pieces, but $25,000 cash money. I had to bring that to the closing table just to be able to close.
Honestly, I would have found a short-term lease until I could buy a home that did not come with a solar panel loan, if staying with her mother was no longer an option. Being told at the last minute that she had to apply for the loan, get denied, then pay $25,000 in cash is ridiculous. She could have contributed towards a down payment on a whole nother house with that money. If it were me, I would have told the sellers to pay it off, no way around it, period. And to make it worse, she says later on in the video that her electric bill never went down. It was still $600 to $700 per month because the panels did not actually even work. Then the solar company filed for bankruptcy. So that's not an easy situation at all, and I truly respect her for being willing to share it with us. Would you ever buy a house that had a solar loan attached? Let me know. By this point, you might be thinking it can't get more complicated than this. Well,
I'm in the process of negotiating on another house. It's a great deal, but they've got a $44,000 balance on their solar panels. They have a shingle roof on this house, and it needs to be changed. And they've got 1 million solar panels up there. It's so frustrating. Payment's $286 a month for the rest of my life to buy this thing, and it queers the deal. So many of these companies selling solar, not all of them, but a lot of them, go in and it's all about the payment. We can save you money on your electric bill, and they do this thing where they factor out how much your electricity goes up and how much you'll be paying 20 years from now. These people just get stuck like Chuck all the time. They get to the closing table with somebody like me, and they want me to pay an extra $44,000, and I'm not doing it. It's nuts. It's probably going to nix the deal. We'll see how long they'll stand still and how how much it'll come off the price.
This is exactly what I mean when I say a solar panel loan can make it harder to sell a house. In this situation, the property comes with a $44,000 solar loan and the roof needs to be replaced. That is a tough sell. How many buyers are really going to sign up for that kind of deal? I mean, let's be honest. The loan payment alone is $286 a month. People focus way too much on just the monthly payment. We see it with mortgages, cars, and so many other things that people finance. And while the monthly cost matters, don't get me wrong, it's not the whole picture. You have to look at the long-term impact of the debt you're taking on. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you think it's okay to finance anything besides a home? If you do, let me know what some of those things are. If you don't, let me know why. Personally, I try to keep financing to a minimum, but I'm curious to hear your thoughts. This next guy might have had the funniest reaction I've heard so far, and honestly, I really don't blame him.
For the love of God, stop putting solar panels on your house unless you're paying cash. I cannot physically handle it anymore. I just had a client that had to bring $34,000 to the closing table in order to pay off their solar panel loan. I feel physically ill over that. It adds no value. Zero value. Buyers don't care, appraisers don't care, mortgage companies don't care. They're not going to add value to your house because you decided to make a bad financial decision. Don't do it.
He said, I physically can't take it no more. And honestly, I understand. I feel him. And he is hilarious, but he's also not wrong in some of the points that he's making. For a lot of people, financing solar panels just puts them in a worse position financially. In this particular case, his client had to pay $34,000 at the closing table just to clear the solar loan so they can sell the house. Some solar salespeople will say panels add value to the home, but guess what? They're not appraisers. In fact, a licensed appraiser in the comments said that they don't add any value at all. So take that how you will. If you really want solar, the best option is to buy the system in cash. That way, if you ever need to sell, you're not boxed in by a loan and you don't narrow your pool of buyers because you have a loan on the solar. Because once you're locked in and you need to sell before it's paid off, you could be stuck covering tens of thousands of dollars like the examples we saw today just to close the deal. This next clip is a reminder that not every solar pitch is what it seems.
Y'all, solar panels are a scam. Please don't fall into this trap. I'm all about energy alternatives and saving on my power bill, but their salespeople know all the creative words to use to make you think it's good. I met with someone from a solar company who has been contracted to fix all the problems with these panels, and unfortunately, the grant money ran out. One story he shared with me was going to a house to find out that the panels were never even connected. The solar company just told the customer that sometimes they don't see their bill affected immediately, and some only just see a little dip. It just depends on their situation. What? How can you invest $50,000 or more and not see your bill change? If you're financing the panels, it could take you 15 years or more to pay them off. And I bet you'll notice that that payment is close to your energy bill. How are you saving money when you just replaced one bill for another one?
I don't think solar panels are a scam, but I do think there are a lot of half-truths being told by the salespeople and a lot of customers who don't take time to really evaluate what exactly they're signing up for. People here, you'll save money on your electric bill and just go for it without reading the contract or doing any sort of math. In this case, the panels weren't even connected, and that's crazy. There are so many misrepresentations out there about how much people will actually save. And the reality of it is, if it takes 15 years to pay them off and the average person moves after 12 years, then that means on average, the buyer is stuck with that loan. And that's not a good situation for the seller or for the buyer. If someone does choose to finance their panels, how quickly do you think they should try to pay them off? Let me know. After hearing all these stories, one thing is clear. Solar panels might lower your electric bill, but the debt they sometimes come with can cost you way more than you expect. So if you've already signed up for one of these deals, I hope this helped you to think about what some of your potential next steps could be. And if you haven't, then let this be your sign to slow down, ask questions, and run the numbers on this before you make a commitment. If you've gone through similar problems because of solar or anything else in the house, let us know your story in the comments. I would love to hear from you. Let's help one another and make sure others don't fall into the same trap. Lastly, I'm a licensed real estate agent, and if you are looking to buy or sell a home, I can connect you to a great agent in your area. Just fill out the form in the pinned comment and I'll reach out to you. Now that you know about how to avoid solar panel debt, I want you to learn about ridiculous mortgage payments and how to avoid them. Check out this video right here.